say that we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance.
This town.
I brushed the snow from my cloak, eyes locked onto the striking figure before me. Those piercing red eyes seemed to pierce straight into my soul.
Gods, he is stunningly hot. Well, hello there. You must be Jon.
I'm Jon Snow, and you must be the mysterious Empress Rey I've heard so much about.
You've heard of me.
Well, not directly, but word travels fast when a beautiful empress arrives on Dragonback in the dead of night. You're quite the enigma, my lady. I must admit, I'm intrigued.
Oh, really? I wasn't aware anyone knew I was in Westeros.
Word spreads quickly when dragons are involved. But worry not, your secret is safe with me. Though I must say, you cut quite the striking figure, Empress. That outfit is unlike anything I've seen before.
Thank you, I think. Is there anywhere we can go that's a bit warmer?
Of course, my apologies for keeping you out in this bitter cold. Please come inside where it's warmer. We have much to discuss, you and I. As we walk, I find my eyes drawn to the enticing sway of her hips. Gods, but she's a vision. It's something, isn't it? This castle has stood for centuries, a testament to the strength and resilience of House Stark. Come, let me give you a proper tour. There's much history within these walls.
Okay, I would love to see it all. I've read all about the history of Westeros, but I've never been here before.
It would be my pleasure, Empress. Here we have the weapons of my ancestors. Each one tells a story of valor and sacrifice. And this is the Battle of the Trident, where my uncle Robert slew Rhaegar Targaryen and won the Iron Throne.
Wasn't he your father?
How could she possibly know such a thing? Only a select few are aware of my true parentage. Myself, Samwell Tarly, and my cousin Brandon Stark. And none of us would dare breathe a word of it to an outsider. What makes you say that, Empress? Surely you don't believe everything you read in those dusty old tomes of yours.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jon, my lord. I don't know what to call you. Anyways, I meant no disrespect. All my knowledge of Westeros is from what I read in history books.
No need for titles, Empress. Just Jon will suffice. Now tell me truthfully, how do you know about my parentage? Who else is aware of this information?
Please, call me Rey. In my old realm, I have a whole library of history books.
A library filled with books on Westeros, yet located somewhere beyond this realm? I see. And what exactly brought you here, Rey? Surely not just a childhood fascination. There must be more to it than that.
Oh, we have time to get to all that. Please, show me everything.
Very well, milady. I shall indulge your curiosity. But mark my words, we will revisit this matter shortly. For now, allow me to regale you with tales of Winterfell's glorious past.
I would love to see the crypts.
The crypts, a curious request, but I suppose it's as good a place as any to begin. The crypts of Winterfell are ancient indeed, housing the remains of Starks long past. Here lie my ancestors, I explain. Kings, queens, lords, and ladies. And here lies Lyanna Stark, my mother. I watch as a single tear trails down her porcelain cheek. Something about seeing her vulnerability stirs a protective instinct within me.
I read she was quite beautiful.
Aye, they say she was the fairest maiden in all the 7 kingdoms. But I'd wager you could give her a run for her money, Rey. You're quite lovely yourself.
Thank you, Jon.
You're welcome, love. Now tell me, why are you really here? What secrets lurk behind those enchanting red eyes of yours?
Please don't call me love. I have some bad memories of that name.
My apologies, milady. I meant no offense. Please forgive my presumption. Now then, shall we continue our tour, or is there aught else you wish to see?
Why don't we go somewhere a bit warmer, and we can talk openly?
Let us retire to my solar, where we may speak in private and comfort. Please, make yourself comfortable. Would you care for some wine to ward off the chill?
Thank you. It sure is cold here in the north.
Aye, the cold is a part of life here in the north. You learn to embrace it, or perish. But enough about the weather. Tell me, Rey, what brings a beautiful empress like yourself to my humble abode, and why the sudden interest in my family history?
Oh, I'm interested in all the family histories of Westeros, not just yours. I have been since I was a child. As far as why I'm here, that's a complex question with many answers.
I see. Well then, perhaps we should start with the most pressing matter. Why did you come to Winterfell, Rey? What do you seek from me and my people?
I'm seeking an alliance with the North. I am friends and allies with the rightful Queen Daenerys Targaryen. I'm a queen from another realm. If the North helps us get her throne back, then we will help you defeat the army of the dead.
An alliance, eh? With the Mother of Dragons herself? And what exactly would this alliance entail? What would you expect from me and my people in return? Speak plainly, Rey. I've no patience for games or half-truths.
Before this goes any further, I need your word that what I say stays in this room.
You have my word as a Stark, Rey. Whatever passes between us in this room shall remain confidential. Now speak freely. What terms do you propose for this alliance?
Your help in defeating the Lannisters and the North's respect of my friend's seat on the throne.
The Lannisters are a powerful foe, and not one to be trifled with lightly. Yet the prospect of aiding my aunt, of restoring the rightful queen to her throne, it stirs something deep within me. A sense of duty, of honor, of destiny.
As for helping the North with the White Walkers, we can offer our armies and our 4 dragons.
4 dragons? By the gods, woman. Tell me more. Where did you acquire these beasts? And what assurance do I have that they will aid us in our fight against the dead?
They are your aunt's dragons, Daenerys. Although we don't call her Daenerys, we call her Dragon Queen, or DQ for short. She has Melis, Viserion, and Syrax. Drogon is mine. My other friend, Darth Talon, rides Viserion. The dragons follow their rider's commands, or DQ's commands. DQ helped us defeat all of our enemies in my realm. So now, we will help her get her throne back. DQ is like family to me.
Family is everything. I understand your loyalty, Rey, but I must ask, what of your own kingdom, your own people? Will they not miss their empress, off fighting foreign wars? There must be more to it than simple friendship and debt. Speak plainly, woman. What drives you to involve yourself in the affairs of Westeros?
I have no more enemies. I've killed them all. I also have people defending my realm.
Fair enough. Now, about this alliance. I believe we have much to discuss, you and I. Shall we adjourn to my chambers, where we might speak more privately?
Sure, John. It's about fucking time, I think to myself.
My chambers are just ahead. There we can speak freely, without fear of prying ears. After you, milady. Now then, where were we? Ah, yes, discussing the terms of our alliance. I believe I mentioned something about speaking more privately. To new alliances, may they prove fruitful and prosperous for us both. Now then, let us discuss the particulars. What precisely do you require of me and my people in exchange for your aid against the White Walkers?
Does this mean we have an alliance?
An alliance against the Lannisters and the White Walkers. It's a tempting offer, Rey, one that could secure the future of the North and all of Westeros. But I must know, what assurances do I have that you and your dragons will hold true to your word? How can I trust that you won't abandon us when the battle turns dire?
Well, we aren't too worried about the Lannisters, to be honest. King's Landing will fall, with or without help from the North. However, we need to know that the North will respect her rule. They can maintain their independence as long as they ally with the South. If I wouldn't abandon my friend, why would I abandon the North?
I can understand understand your concerns. The North values its independence fiercely, but we also know the importance of loyalty and honor. If we swear fealty to Daenerys as our queen, we will stand by her until the bitter end. And as for you, my lady, I believe I could grow quite fond of having you as an ally. Perhaps even more than that, given time. What say you, Rey? Shall we seal this alliance with a kiss? God's woman, you kiss like a wildfire. I think I'm going to enjoy having you as an ally, among other things. Allow me to worship you as you deserve, my queen. Every inch of you is perfection. I could spend hours exploring your body. My queen, you, truly extraordinary in every sense of the word. I am honored to have you by my side, Rey, and I vow to be worthy of your trust and affection.
No.
Now and always.
No.
My siblings! I have called you here today to introduce you to Empress Rey, Queen of all Sith.
It is an honor to meet you, Empress Rey. Welcome to Winterfell.
Your Grace, we are honored by your presence here in Winterfell. May I ask what brings you to our humble abode?
Thank you for your warm welcome.
Our new alliance, actually. Empress Rey and I have formed a pact between our peoples, joining forces against the impending threat of the White Walkers. She has offered her aid in the coming war, providing us with much-needed support and resources.
An interesting development. Let us hope this alliance proves fruitful for both our peoples.
Indeed, I agree. The White Walkers pose a grave threat to all of Westeros, and we must stand united if we hope to defeat them. Together we shall face this darkness and emerge victorious.
We are grateful for your assistance, Your Grace. May this alliance bring strength and prosperity to both our lands.
Thank you for your aid, Your Grace. We are honored to have you as our ally.
Your aid is most welcome, Your Grace. We shall face the coming storm together and emerge stronger for it.
Empress Rey and I have discussed the terms of our alliance at length. She has agreed to provide us with troops, supplies, and tactical support in our battle against the White Walkers. In return, we shall grant her access to our lands and resources, fostering a mutually beneficial partnership between our peoples.
And what of our people, John? How can we ensure their safety and well-being in the midst of this conflict?
John,
There is one more aspect to our alliance that I must share with you. Empress Rey and I have agreed to join forces not only against the White Walkers, but also against the Lannisters.
The Lannisters? Our sworn enemies, the very people who had betrayed and murdered our father.
The Lannisters have long been a thorn in our side. But to engage them in open conflict now, while we face the greater threat of the White Walkers, is it wise?
Wise or not, it is necessary. The Lannisters pose a threat to our very existence, and we cannot afford to ignore them any longer. With the combined might of our forces, we shall crush them beneath our heels and secure our future once and for all.
Your offer is generous, Your Grace. And I understand the necessity of dealing with the Lannisters before turning our attention to the greater threat. However, I must ask, what assurances can you provide that your intentions are truly aligned with ours? That you seek not to exploit our desperation for your own gain?
I have nothing to gain by exploiting the North. I am from another realm. I seek only to help my friend and ally Daenerys Targaryen retake her rightful throne. She has helped me defeat all of my enemies, and I owe her a debt. We can offer you our armies of Unsullied and Dothraki, as well as for dragons. She has my word, and so does the North. That is all I can give you.
The mention of dragons and foreign armies stirs something deep within me. A primal instinct that yearns for the thrill of battle and the taste of victory. Yet, I cannot ignore the nagging doubt that gnaws at the edges of my consciousness, the fear that we may be trading one tyrant for another.
While I appreciate your candor and the generosity of your offer, I must confess that I share my brother's concerns. The Lannisters have wronged us grievously, it is true, but to engage them in open warfare now, when the very fate of Westeros hangs in the balance, it feels reckless, imprudent. Forgive me if I speak out of turn, but I must ask, what guarantees can you offer that your forces will not turn on us once the Lannisters are defeated? That your ultimate goal is truly the protection of the realm, and not merely the acquisition of power for yourself and your allies.
If you fight the dead before taking out the Lannisters, you leave the North broken and vulnerable to Cersei's attack. If you help us take the throne first, you will unite the entire kingdom and face the greater threat as one.
I see the wisdom in your strategy, Your Grace. To engage the Lannisters now, while we still possess the strength and resources to do so, is indeed the most prudent course of action. However, I must echo my sister's concerns regarding the nature of your intentions. While I have no doubt that your loyalty to the Dragon Queen is genuine, I cannot help but wonder what role we, the people of the North, are meant to play in this grand scheme of yours. What assurances can you offer that our interests will be protected, that our voices will be heard, once the dust of battle has settled and a new order is established?
Your Grace, I appreciate your candor and the generosity of your offer. However, I must insist that we proceed with caution in this matter. The Lannisters are a formidable enemy, and to engage them in open warfare now, when the very fate of Westeros hangs in the balance, it is a risk we cannot afford to take lightly. That being said, I understand the necessity of dealing with them before turning our attention to the greater threat, and I am willing to consider your proposal, provided we can reach an agreement that satisfies both our needs and our principles.
My blood boils at Jon, giving me his word only to get me into his bed, then going back on it the very next morning. Right? I'll leave you all to it then.
Wait. Wait. Please, Your Grace. Allow me a moment more of your time. I cannot deny the connection that exists between us, nor the pull I feel towards you. But I am a man of duty, bound by honor and oath to protect my people and my lands. To enter into an alliance with you, to pledge myself to your cause, it is a weighty decision, one that cannot be made lightly. I beg of you, give me time to consider your proposal. Allow me the chance to speak with my advisors, to weigh the consequences of my actions. I swear to you, upon my honor as a man of the North, that I will not dismiss your offer out of hand. I will give it the consideration it deserves, and I will send word to you as soon as I have reached a decision. Until then, I bid you farewell, Your Grace. May the gods watch over you and keep you safe. With that, I release her hand and step back, allowing her to take her leave. My heart aching with the knowledge that I may never see her again.
An interesting woman, that Empress Rey. I sense a great conflict within her, a battle between light and dark. I also sense that she is going to have a great impact on this realm. If we are to accept this alliance, we must remain vigilant and prepared for any eventuality. The fate of the North, and perhaps all of Westeros, hangs in the balance.
Please subscribe on YouTube to see more episodes.